Welcome back. We've been talking about earned value management, going through the different methods, and now we're into another method. It's known as percent complete. It's the most popular of the methods. But when we talk about percent complete, it's also important to remember that there is the subjective percent complete. It is subjective. So the subjective percent complete method applies a percent complete to a budget value to determine what is earned. The percent complete value is determined by the control account manager or other designated individuals, so say the DOE. The percent complete is applied to the budget at completion, the BAC, for a given activity to determine the current and cumulative earned value. So what are we saying here? In essence, if the project is a 4-day project valued at 10 grand per day, you know that your BAC, your budget at completion, is 40 grand, right? Now, if you're told the percent complete is 30% complete, then you multiply 0.3 times 40. In other words, 30% times 40 K dollars, and that gives you 12 grand. That is your earned value. And that's how it works. It's as simple as that. What is the percent complete across the project? What is the budget? Multiply them, and voila, there is the answer. And there are ways that we could use this if we are taking a look at a schedule, taking a look at an overarching schedule for a project. There are ways we could take a look at percent complete and very quickly summarize. So imagine a project with a schedule that looked similar to what we had on our very first day. Let me take you back to that one. That's a good example. So when we first started studying this, I showed you this example. I'm just going to get rid of stuff that we don't need here. Let's get rid of some stuff that we don't need. And this was an example we looked at. We have milestone 0, 1, 2, and 3. Remember this one? We're going to use it. Let's zoom into it. All right. So when you are using this, you need to make an educated guess regarding what percent complete you are. So, for example, if at this point in time, let's make this time now. If this is time now, okay, let's say point X. Point X is time now. If you are someone working on the project and you are at time now, make an educated guess about what percent complete you are. So little adjustment, and you can see that little tweak that I made in the blink of an eye. What did you see move? Well, you saw the numbers change from milestone to task. So in this subjective percent complete method, what happens is you are assessing the percent complete of the task and not the milestone. What could this mean? In instances where you've got several tasks rolling up to a milestone, assessing percent complete for the milestone is different from assessing percent complete for a task. Now, while it's not absolutely enormously visible from what I've been showing you, you need to remember milestones weight with percent complete is weighting the milestones. In this case, the subjective percent complete approach, you're weighting the activities or the tasks. So there is a difference. So assuming at time now, you looked at T1 and you said, yeah, in the passage of time, I know it doesn't look like it's up to halfway, but based on my assessment as the control account manager, I'm going to say that this is 30% complete. So it has nothing to do with the passage of time. It has more to do with a subjective determination by the control account manager, and that information should be stored. Records should be kept. So in that instance, we could say $100, which is this 100, assigned to 1. We could say $100 times the percent complete, 0.3, and we would get $30 as our cumulative inception to date earned value, if you get what I mean. That's a 30. Okay? And that is pretty much how it works. You know, the percent complete, the subjective percent complete, it looks at the tasks percent complete versus looking at the milestones. There's a difference. Okay? So what are the advantages? The DOE has furnished us with some of the advantages of this method. So the advantage of the subjective percent complete method, earned value is based on the CAM's assessment of the work packages, the work package progress, or the task progress. Detailed planning at the milestone level is not required. So we just look at that task, assess it, and that's it. The disadvantage is the customer satisfaction may be low due to the subjectiveness involved and the lack of detailed planning. I mean, anyone could throw out a number. However, CAMs are required to provide the customer with their assessment methodology. Milestones do not apply to this method. Labor and non-labor must be identified in separate work packages if this method is applied. This method is highly subjective, and documentation in support of percent complete derivations is required. So you don't want this subjective method to be used if you don't have to. I would rather go with weighted milestones or weighted milestones with percent complete. Okay? And with that, we've come to the end of yet another episode of Earned Value Management Methods. And we'll have our final episode where we take a look at level of effort, also known as LOE. See you there.